Inland Sports.
Pep talk, but talk some sports, man. Football is close. Pep, what's up?
Yeah, actually, we have the NFL Hall of Fame game at the end of the week, so we got that. I know it's not,
It's something.
It's something. So
Yes.
we might see the starters for a series or so, but it's
Fiending.
football, so
Don't get hurt, anybody.
I know that's the thing, right?
What you gotta do. This is the nerve-wracking time. Don't get hurt. AJ Green already hurt.
AJ
I
Green,
know,
yeah,
that
for
was
the Bengals.
The biggest bummer over the weekend was getting the update yesterday that he's out like 6 to 8 weeks.
Ligaments.
This is the one time you just don't. You want to get through this time of year with no injuries.
Careful out there. None of us want to see it on any team. We want to get to the season for everybody's healthy.
And that's the thing, we cover a lot of high school football in the Inland Empire to college football, all the way to the NFL. The biggest thing when you go through these, they call them fall training camps, through these training camps is everyone's got to come out healthy.
Right.
That's always like priority number one.
True.
You just come out healthy. Put a little work in, right? Gel with your teammates, put in some work, but you got to come out healthy for that first game of the season.
It is close.
Man. So,
We will see football next weekend. This coming weekend, there will be football on.
We do have more NFL news to get to, and some baseball and some local basketball news that I think people will be excited to hear.
Ooh.
It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. Make sure that propane tank is full. It's ready to get it cracking for your next barbecue out there. They got your cooling supplies, your welding supplies as well. That's mathesongas.com. Visit them online. 3 locations around the Inland Empire so you can get that gas that you need, and I know you do. It's in Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga, and Riverside. That's Matheson Gas. All right, so the Rams have extended Sean McVay, their head coach, and their general manager for that fact, through 2023. So
Smart.
if you take the small portion size of how the Rams have done, obviously they think
They've done well.
they've done really well, really fast. I mean,
Let's
because
keep it rolling.
remember, they had the worst offense in the NFL when Jeff
Yeah.
Fisher was there.
Right.
The worst.
And then McVay comes in with essentially a very similar team and instantly kind of makes that team good.
Yeah, the best offense.
Right.
Like points per game wise, they
Quarterback
turned into the
whisperer,
best. So, do you think the rest of the NFL catches up to what Sean McVay is doing, or do you think he's just that far ahead of the curve that the Rams are like, man, we better lock this guy up for another, 4 seasons? Because he's so far ahead of everybody.
I think it's going to get tougher and tougher for him because I really do believe in these defensive coaches in the NFL. They will eventually figure you out.
I think he is smart enough to where when that happens, I think he'll kind of be ahead of it. I mean,
Adjust to the adjustment.
he is
Yeah.
33 years old.
Yeah.
This is a guy that you can have coach your team, no joke, for another 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, you could invest in him and just make his whole career with your team.
He said he overcoached against Belichick in the Super Bowl. He overcoached it, he thought.
I don't know. I mean, I think just Belichick is that good of a coach.
Yeah.
He made McVay look young, which he is, but a 33-year-old guy who's been in the Super Bowl now, like, that's a coach you want to keep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and
I
Bill,
do think it's going to get tough for some reason, though.
I do too. I mean, well, this
It's
come-
hard, man.
Hey, hold on. This comes from a Seahawks fan who has to play the Rams. So I
He
think
wants it to get hard for the Rams.
it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get real hard, Rams fans.
It is tough, dude.
It is. No, I'm with you,
It's
Patrick.
tough.
I'm with you.
Absolutely,
I'm
It's
with
hard.
you.
I mean, my window's already shut. I may not realize it yet. Boom.
You're still holding on. You're
Of
still holding on.
course.
Still.
You're telling me there's a chance?
There is a
As long
chance.
as there's a chance. 1% is
That's
all
all
I
I
need.
need. Right now is the best time for everyone. We're all hopeful.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Browns in Cleveland are super hopeful.
They're
Oh,
looking
yeah.
great.
Everybody is high on life.
Everybody.
Instantly.
Everybody feels like, you know what? Even some teams who are really bad feel like, you know what? If all the things fall into place, could be a playoff team. You know what I mean? Like that's the big goal.
Are guilty of looking at your buddy and being like, it could be our year.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Giants fan.
Yeah.
That's the one. You're
It's
like,
going
yeah,
on
we
there.
are
It's bad.
know.
Everything's bad.
It's real bad out there.
True, man.
From Rams camp to Chargers camp, some of the big news that came over the weekend was USA Today came out with their Super Bowl prediction, and they have the Chargers winning the Super Bowl championship. So a lot of the players and coaches were asked, hey, did you hear this? That you're picked to win the Super Bowl. What do you think? And of course, what are they going to say? Like, we haven't done anything yet. We have a lot to prove. This and that.
If they get Melvin Gordon in camp, they do have a
They
freaking
do.
good team.
They really
Keenan
do.
Allen, Phillip Rivers can still sling it. That defense, Ingram is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate playing him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny. I have a diehard Chargers fan who's a friend of mine, and he showed me this poll with USA predictions showing
Pride.
the Chargers there. But then I looked up USA Today's last couple predictions.
Oh no, let's hear this.
Pretty bad.
Uh-oh.
Last year they didn't even have the Patriots being in the playoffs.
Okay,
They
all
won
right.
the Super Bowl.
Swing and a miss.
And the year before then, same with the Eagles. They had the Eagles not in the playoffs at all either, and the Eagles won the
So
Super Bowl
not a
too.
good track record.
So I went back to 2 years and
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, USA
Here we
Today's
go.
track record not great.
Back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, if you're a Chargers fan, you stick your chest out. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, did you guys see
Right.
that?
Oh, it always feels good when you see it.
But they don't hang any banners for predictions,
I
right?
have to
Right.
admit it though. I do think there is something different about Lynn, the coach. He is different.
I like
Well,
him.
I
Yeah.
do too. And normally, I never would care about the Chargers coach, but I'm like, there is something about him.
Yeah.
So it's possible, I think.
No, it is possible. On paper, they got a lot of talent. Coming off a great season last year. On paper, yeah, the Chargers could win the Super Bowl. To baseball, the Major League Baseball trade deadline is Wednesday. That's a hard deadline now.
Here we go.
They used to have that waiver. I won't get too crazy about it, but this is
Right.
the trade deadline
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon, and the Dodgers. It sounds like they're going to be making some moves
Ooh.
to get some pitching. Because
Yes.
their offense is pretty good right now.
Always.
They did send our guy Austin Barnes, the pride of Riverside Poly, back down to the minors.
Yeah.
Okay.
To bring up another catcher. So I think his time has run out with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Hoping for him to kind of come around a little bit more. Just hasn't really happened.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, because we like that guy. And he's had his moments with the Dodgers. He's
Hey.
looked good, Austin Barnes.
Again, like the NFL, Major League Baseball, it's tough, dude.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, and you got these young guys who come up right here through the Kook, Rancho Cucamonga,
Yeah.
and they're breathing down your neck because
Yeah.
they're really good too. And we'll see. Maybe before Wednesday we could see Austin Barnes on the move.
Yeah.
You know, as the Dodgers try to bring in some pitching.
Now, you guys have been saying the Dodgers have had a really good season. Do they have to pull something off here to keep that alive? Will they be fine with nothing?
If they get another pitcher,
Yeah.
they'll be ready.
Even more deadly.
Yeah.
They just need some bullpen help.
But if they don't get it, they're still looking pretty good.
Kenley's got
Yeah.
to come up. They can't trust. I can't trust Kenley.
No.
I
Well,
cannot trust Kenley Jansen.
and here's the deal with the Dodgers. They've got a lot of great starting pitching. Excuse me. When you get to the postseason, you could take one or two of those guys, stick them in your bullpen.
Mhm.
So,
That is true.
I mean, the Dodgers could think of it that way. Maybe
We
they
got a
don't.
Mario Kelly in our back pocket too.
Yeah.
He could do it.
Joe Kelly could do it.
He could do it.
Yeah.
He's something.
He's a little erratic, but when
I
he's
agree.
on, when he's throwing that high stinky cheddar, that gas,
I
that
agree.
Matheson gas, he's good.
I hate to do it to you, Kenley, but if I have to choose, I'm choosing Kelly right now.
Yeah.
Something happened to him, dude.
Yeah.
With his heart and the medication and all that. It's too bad. It messes with your head, I think.
Yeah, and man, if you know, I don't do this to amuse myself, but sometimes I will go like search Kenley Jansen on Twitter after he like blows the saver.
yeah.
Oh, it's ugly.
Right.
Like, oh, Dodger fans,
Absolutely.
man, they've had enough. They
Wow.
simply have had enough. So
You don't like the roller coaster.
no.
Not when you have a great team.
No, you want your closer to come in there, get your 3 outs, get the
Oh.
win, and get out of there.
Slam it.
Yeah. Hey, and finally, guys, David Patrick, who is the head basketball coach at UC Riverside, is one of the assistant coaches for the Australian national team.
Whoa.
Just left for China, and his Australian national team is all NBA guys.
Wow.
But his godson, Ben Simmons, is not going to play for Team Australia this
Wow.
time around. He's going to play in the Olympics, but not, I think they're calling it the World Cup.
Right.
He's not going to be playing in the World Cup in China for Team Australia, but that's pretty cool. David Patrick, our own guy from UCR, one of the coaches for Team Australia, who,
Nice.
again, has a bunch of NBA guys on the
Huh.
roster. So that's kind of a neat deal for him to get out there.
Very interesting for the IE to have that tie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Better
so.
come out to get your stuff.
Inland Sports, all the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The YouTube channel as well has all the shows and interviews and lots of great content for our local guys, including David Patrick. Just had an exclusive with him before we went to China to play with Team Australia.
Thanks.
Inland Sports.